Hello, friends.
Hi, everybody.
Today,
we're back.
yes, finally. It seems like a long time ago. Today is
does.
Tuesday, January 20th. I'm Roberta,
I'm Lenny.
and we are
The SABLE Stitchers.
And if you're new here, we're so glad you're joining us. This is a channel mostly about cross stitch and some other needlework kind of things. And SABLE is an acronym for Stash Accumulated Beyond Life Expectancy, and we always love sharing all of our plans and what we've been working on and some new acquisitions and just giving you some ideas about some fun things that you might want to work on as well.
And Happy New Year, because this is our New Year. And we missed you. So glad to be back again. Had a month full of life.
Yeah, we usually start with just a little bit of a life update because when we get together with our stitching friends, well, that's, kind of the thing we chat a little bit about. And so what's been happening with you since we filmed last?
My phrase of the year, which I picked at the end of last year, was embrace change. I wanted to embrace change because I knew we had some changes coming up in our life. And we live with our kids and with my daughter and her family, and it's been wonderful watching the boys grow up and being there when Levi had to fly. And anyway, we moved. Ike and I moved. We moved to a little apartment not too far away, and it's been a crazy 2 weeks. The week that we moved, I came down with the flu, like it was upper respiratory of some sort, but it knocked me off.
So we were supposed to film,
yeah.
And then the day we were going to film is the day you started feeling bad, I think. So that's kind of why we've been gone so long.
Yeah, I kind of still have a little cough. But anyway, then we, the next week, we moved. Of course, I moved. Laura and the boys helped me, and we did what they call a military move. Laura and Levi have moved a number of times, and being in the military, they help you. They help you move, and what they do is they come over and they just throw everything in a box. Doesn't make any difference what room it came out of. If it fits in the box, then that's what you get. So I've been going through boxes, and I find kitchen stuff, and I find craft stuff, and it's like I tried to find an iron this morning, couldn't find an iron. But anyway, I am embracing change, and it's not bad. It's kind of inconvenient, but we'll get it together. But it has been a busy month, and that's kind of what's been going on in my life.
Yeah, well, and I read through almost all of your comments, and I loved hearing. I mean, some of you say you don't do a word, and I didn't do a word or a phrase for years, but it was really inspiring reading all of your comments, and a lot of you are choosing kindness, which I would say this is a very kind community already, and we know that about you. But a lot of you also mentioned you're happy that 2025 is over, and it was kind of a rough end of the year for me as well. I have a friend who lost her husband suddenly, and trying to support her in dealing with that, and then also a family member who's had a tough diagnosis, and so we're just thankful for that there's good treatment options, and we're hoping for the best. And I'm just resumed doing my gratitude journal and starting out the day by listing several things I'm thankful for, and that really helps my attitude and keeps me positive for the day. But the word I chose for this year is stillness, because I'm a person, I've always loved being busy. I always like being on the go. But when I look back on the previous year, the thing I probably craved was some of the downtime where you have time to reflect or just to be and not feel like you always have to be doing. And so I don't want to be busy to the point of, distraction. So that was my word for the year. So it was going to be kind of ironic because the day we were going to film this, I was going to mention that. The next day I was going to leave to go to San Diego and care for our grandson, which I ended up doing. my son and daughter-in-law went on a trip, so I went to San Diego, and I spent almost a week caring for our grandson, who's almost, he's almost 3. He's a very busy little guy. He's a big guy, but it's so fun. So one of his favorite phrases right now is like, "Look at that!" And so I was going through my WIPs and looking at my WIPs. I was like, "Oh, look at that! I really got more done than what I thought." So that's going to be my phrase for today: is "Look at that!" So that was a lot of fun, and I went right from there to Sampler Symposium, which was a nice change of pace after
adults
keeping after a busy toddler. So I will talk to you a little bit about that, but that's kind of what's been going on since we've been filming. I do want to mention that this is the time of year that several sampler guilds are renewing membership, and I was just on a call with Queen City Guild right before I left, and they were talking about their upcoming programs for the year. So I don't know if that video, I know the video was available to members, but you might check their website and see what's going on with them. Also, the Tudor Rose Guild, we are having it's an exclusive with Isabella from the Primitive Hair. I'll pop in a picture of it. It's a beautiful Tudor Rose needle roll, and we are ordering that. We are placing orders for that through the end of this month, but you do have to be a member if you want to get that kit from her, and all the details are on the website. So check that out, and check out the programs we have coming up this year. If you watch Grace the Paisley Stitcher, she's going to be presenting to the Guild in March on Saxony samplers. She's really excited. I'm really excited to hear from her. She's someone you don't usually hear about or hear from as far as like sampler presentations, but I just know it's going to be really interesting for any of you who like to know a little more about different sampler genres and what their commonalities are and what the different symbols or colors mean. So check that out, and we hope to see you in the meetings if that's something that piques your interest. Let's see. I also wanted to mention retreat updates. I've heard from several retreat organizers about things that they have going on this year. So I want to mention 3 of those that I just updated the website with. And if you are new here and don't know about the website, it's SABLEstitcher.net, and there is an event listing there that is listed. You can either search for events, and this is all cross-stitch retreats by month, if you know part of the title, if you know the organizer, and see what retreats are coming up, maybe some in your area. And I don't organize the retreats. I just list them, and then I try to have a link to either the registration form or the person who's offering it. So I wanted to mention 3 to you. Jeanette Johnson from Bella Rose Needleworks is hosting a retreat in the Boise, Eagle, Idaho area. The dates are July 24th to 26th, and the event's going to include an exclusive design by Susan O'Brien of Sweet Wings Studio, pop-up shop by Bella Rose Needleworks, Smalls Exchange raffle, other fun things, and the cost is $225, and registration is now open at bellaroseneedleworks.com. And also out in the West, in Sheridan, Wyoming, there's going to be a retreat on June 26th and 27th, organized by the Cross Stitch Emporium. And this retreat will include 2 days of stitching, door prizes, exclusive retreat gifts, stitching games and project exchange, and lunch and dinner are catered both days. And there will also have a pop-up shop, and there's a block room rate available at the hotel. But the cost of that retreat is $275. You can learn more about this one on the crossstitchemporium.com.
Yay.
And then finally, coming up in April, Needle Bling is hosting their 3rd annual Get Your Stitch On retreat in Minneapolis. And this will be April 23rd to 26th. Cost is $250, and it includes a pop-up shop from Black Cat Stitchery, along with trunk shows, linens, and other stitching items for purchase. There's freebie and brag tables and a gift exchange. So this is close to Mall of America. There's a free shuttle from the hotel. There's light rail if you want to go into Minneapolis or St. Paul. And it is across from the Minnesota Valley Wildlife Refuge that has a nature and sightseeing walk. So you can take a break from stitching and get your steps in too. They also mentioned there's 50 plus restaurants within 2 miles. So those are all, like I said, those are listed on the website, or that one I didn't list a website for. So if there is a website for that, I will scroll that here. But just wanted to mention that, and then I think we're going to talk about, our WIP. We're going to start a WIP parade today because between the two of us, we have a couple WIPs.
Yep.
It will take a hot minute just to show our couple of WIPs. And I was also going to show what I have as part of my WIPGO board. So
Okay. I did want to bring up, you're talking about a grateful journal. I do want to bring up, my daughter gave me this book, and I know it's kind of hard to read, but it's positive things. She gave this to us on our move-in day, which made me cry. But anyway, this is such a wonderful book. It's a time to shine. I'm just going to show you. We started it. Ike and I are doing it together, and it's kind of how to use this notebook. It's just to write down 3 things that are positive in your life that day. And it has, she says, "Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm the content creator behind Leaf Like on a Tree. In the midst of deep depression, I clung to Philippians 4:8 and decided to start a journal about the positive things in my life. This practice was life-changing for me, and I hope it is for you." And it really is just a wonderful. It just starts off in. I have them written down. I just don't have them written in the book. But Ike and I sit down at the end of the day, and then we can write 3 things that are positive in our lives. And it's 75 years old. It's nice to look back on things in memories and where we've been the last 10 years. And, we have a lot to be thankful for. And life changes every day. So look for the good things, and they're there. They're honestly there. You may think it's a bad day, but you'll find the good things in that day. So anyway, I don't know where she got it. I will assume it's on Amazon, but it's called Positive Things. And if you'd like to keep a journal, and you don't have to have a book, but it's just nice to have a journal where you can write down, just bullet them. You don't have to write a paragraph or anything. Just 3 positive things that are in your life for that day. And I wanted to share that.
that's great. I think it's
She's
so easy to take so many things for granted.
Oh, it was just it really was hard for both of us, just being a part of their lives.
It happened kind of suddenly.
It happened it happened to move in with him when Ike had his first injury, and we couldn't handle our steps, or it just wasn't going to work out. So, and it just worked out to move over there. And so then when he fell again, again, it worked out for us for a while. This time, with the compound fracture, he's just homebound. We can't get up the hill. We can't get out. And this is good for us. We're on the bottom floor. We have a handicap parking space right outside. We can get out, and do some things so he's not so homebound. And it was nice to live with them because the kids were little, and Levi was gone on deployment a lot, and so it worked out really great. But it was time to move on. But I was over to the house yesterday, and we were downstairs, and it's all clean, and there's no stuff left there. And I go, we weren't even here. But anyway, we're happy, and I'll be so glad when we get settled. So glad. So I can find things. Sorry I don't have a joke or a story today.
I thought you did have a...
I told it last time.
Oh, okay.
I I thought it was a new one.
Oh, okay.
No, I think it was the last time.
I think we got a lot to talk about, so
Anyway.
I think it's all good.
Do you have your book of days? You want to do book of days?
Well, I've been using this to keep all my life stuff down, so I'll probably just show my WIP list.
All right. I received this as a gift, and thank you very much. This is going to be my Christmas book of days, and other things too. But I'm mainly working on Christmas this year, and
You sure have it stickered up
Look
for
at there.
Christmas.
this is going to be my WIP page. I just haven't done it yet. Now I don't know where any of this stuff is. And then I started to buy some Christmas stickers to last me the whole year long, I think. So as I said, as we got ready to move, I kept one thing because I was working on it, and I kept it out, and the rest of it is just kind of willy-nilly. So unfortunately, I didn't bring it. It was, baby, it's cold outside, and I almost have it done. So I'll bring it the next time, and maybe it will be done by then.
I know not all of you are sticker people, Tricia. So this is just, I was going through, and I have my WIPs.
Look at you.
And it's kind of scary putting them in black and white, and I have just the date of their starts too. And so that was just kind of interesting and eye-opening to see. So that's what I kind of want to
Good for
whittle
you.
down a little bit this year, is not have so much startitis and
Did
do
you
a little
count
more
how many you
finish.
had?
40, I think it's 42. We made people guess last year. 43 and that's, some of them I started in 2026, but yeah.
Okay, that's
so I'll
good.
talk a little more about, okay. I'll talk a little more about that as we go through. So,
All right, let me show. I brought a new quilt. Not a new quilt. Some of you have seen this quilt before, but this is probably my most favorite quilt in the whole wide world. So it's all hand embroidered and hand quilted. And Snowman Alphabet. And this is from Cranberry Apple. No, Crab Apple.
Lane, Crabapple Lane.
Yes. So, I just love it. There's all the feather stitch, all the hand embroidery.
Very pretty.
So anyway, wanted to share that with you.
Is that, let's hold it up a little bit. Is this DMC? Because so you can
all
wash it?
DMC?
So you're able
Yep,
to wash it.
and I've washed it many times.
Okay. Yeah. It feels really cozy.
I know. I just love this. I just love this quilt. Okay.
All right, I have a little finish. I finished Ginger this was from Stacy Nash's Animal Cracker from the Jingle Ball. I did, and as I mentioned before, this is red pear that I used for the linen, and I didn't like the green on this, so I changed the dress to Rose Garden.
She's
I think
so
it's
cute.
classic colorworks, and then the little bag. There's options for the little bag. I made the little poinsettia. So yes, I can see why these are addictive. It was so fun to get her finished and see some of the others at Sampler Symposium. So, yep.
And I want to send out a special thank you back to moving just a little bit. My own private storage room
Facility.
So Miss K.
KB Storage.
Katie Storage. So thank you so much for housing all my seasonal. I don't know how I got all this stuff in the Laura's house. I don't know how that happened.
It's like, where'd all this come from?
I
keeps
don't know.
multiplying.
But anyway, KD Storage sponsored can't think of the word, offered to store my seasonal objects, trees,
Decor.
in her basement. So thank you, KD Storage, for all your help.
Well, I said KB for the basement, K's basement.
Okay. KB. Yes, it could be KBD. KDB.
Yes.
That's what it should be. Okay. I think I showed you this pattern last time we were together, and
Which was last
year. Anyway, I did get it finished, and it's so gorgeous. Look at this.
It's really pretty.
Oh, it just turned out so nice.
Those little ruffs are so cute.
Oh, gosh. I just love Prairie Schooler. Love it, love it, love it. So I got it done last year.
Okay.
And I got one more finish done. And they're not done. They're finished stitching.
And while she's doing that, I'll just tip this up so you can see I have Sweetheart Hill. Ooh, I'm kind of wobbly. Sweetheart Hill up there. That was a Plum Street sampler that I finished it's probably about 3 or 4 years ago, and I like to bring that out for Valentine's Day and use it as part of my decor. And then I'll put in a picture of my little tray with my little smalls and that kind of thing. So, because it's fun to get that out after you put all the Christmas away. It just seems so kind of sad
dark.
And yes, and empty. So it's nice to have all the pink and red.
And then my next project that I was working on was the Christmas Alphabet by Scarlet House. And I had almost had this one done too, and I got it finished. My tummy's growling, sorry. So I got that all done. I love it, I love it. And the board.
And this is on Creek Bed Brown.
Creek Bed Brown. Thank you for everybody letting me know again. And I wish I had more of it because it is awesome.
It is really cool.
I do have a little bit left. So it goes on this board here.
Perfect.
And so as soon as I get my craft room, which it's going to be awesome, as soon as I get it all put away, I'll get something done. And go over to KBD's basement to get all the good stuff.
Okay.
All right. I have one more new thing I'd like to share with you, and it's not cross stitch, but I am so excited about it. This was a pattern I got at Quilter Station. It's called So Cherished, or by So Cherished, and it's Christmas Sampler. And it came as a kit. So I have all the fabric, all the threads, and I got a few done.
Do they don't have a sample of this there, do they?
Yes.
Oh, they do.
Right when you first walk in the door, it's on the right-hand side.
Okay.
It's beautiful. So
I hadn't noticed that.
I did get.
Well, this is really fun.
And I just put the colors which was mostly muslin, but one's a little bit darker than the other. But I did some of the snowflakes.
Do you have to tea-dye these?
Nope.
So they do have some of the darker ones in there? Okay.
It came as a kit. So all the different colors of beiges, I guess. A little bit of grunge.
Cool. So it's got snowmen and Santas and reindeer, angels.
So, and then here is my angel.
Pine cones.
So, isn't she pretty? She's so pretty.
And you could do these as a standalone, some of these standalone pillow too. I mean, that center motif where it says Merry Christmas would just be a cute pillow.
And the nice thing about this pattern is it is, you can iron it on.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, I need to do the stars on the angel. But because I said everything's backwards. And and I went, oh. Anyway, it's just so fun. It's just all done in black. And there's a little bit of red for...
So do they have more of these?
I hope so. Because I just...
So, yeah, if you are interested...
Rita, cut some more patterns. Because I think everybody's going to like this.
I'll have to put in their number for Quilter Station.
So...
that might be something. And you're using Valdani to stitch it? 12? You got... It's right here.
Oh, 12.
Yeah.
Valdani 12. And just a black and... kind of a burgundy color. Anyway, that
cool.
is I love embroidery. I love wool. I love cross stitch. I love quilting.
What's not to love?
I know what's not to love.
Okay.
So I wanted to share that with you because it was, and I do. For those of you that embroider, you probably do this too. But I always put a little piece of muslin on the back of it, and just kind of gives it a little bit more. And you don't see the lines or the back through it. So anyway,
That's a good tip.
okay.
So I'm doing several stitch-alongs, so I'm going to start by sharing my progress on the stitch-alongs. This is Mary Bars by Stacy Nash. This is a stitch-along I'm doing with Yvette Gonzalez and Olivia, Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. And our assignment for January was to continue the border across the top. So I've done most of that. And it's so much fun to stitch on. So this is big. This is big.
That's a big.
But let's see. So I've gotten over to this part, and I need to go in and fill in the little strawberries on the border there. And the white alphabet is ghosty, but it is there. So this is, and on the right, I don't know if there's a lot of initials, and I wasn't quite paying attention. Of course, they all end in B, and somehow I messed it up. So I have TB, EB, and then I have IEB, and it should be, I think, WB, and I have BW. So anyway, one of them, I messed up on. I like, no one's gonna notice, but I'm definitely not going back on that. This is on weeks 40 count weeks parchment with the called for colors. So I'm close to being done with that. And
Love the colors
It's really
on it.
gone pretty fast. I just need to fill in the strawberries, and I think that'll be it for this month. So
I will say in
It's so
our
fun.
in our new place, I had to move some things around for my light and things like that. I tell you, I thought my light wasn't that bright, but the lighting in this apartment is fantastic. Plus the extra
that's
light
nice.
that I have that I can snuggle right up into the couch, and I can see so good. I'm actually tempting to try a 40 because the 36 is like, oh, this is a piece of cake. So we'll see. I haven't decided that for sure. Okay, one of my whips.
just do something small. Start with something. Here, this you might need this.
Oh yeah, I need that. Okay, one of my whips, and I know I showed these because, and again, I don't know which box I grabbed. It was the closest one to the back of the trunk because my trunk is full. Anyways, Yuletide welcome. The Plum Street. This is another fun one to work on. I started it on this one. I think this was a 28 count, but I changed it. I went to R&R Espresso, 36 count, and so I like it.
Yeah, I like
Better
that
on this
better
one.
on that.
So that's what I got done so far on that one. And I'm using all the called for colors.
Okay.
Yep.
My next stitch along is GH 1857.
I love that one.
This is with, there is a Facebook group for this. So just do a search for GH 1857 on Facebook. There's quite a few people participating in this. It actually started last November. And there's assignments with the idea that it will be finished by the time Nicola Parkman's retreat in Swindon rolls around again in 2027. But this is the overall picture of the design. And so I'm a bottom left starter, which I know a lot of you find weird, but that's how I work. And I'm excited because I'll be getting to the house quickly. But so I need to do through here this month. So I need to get back to this and do a little more work on this because I've gotten almost done with the vase. So I just need to do the other plant on the other side of the vase there from the border. I'm doing this on the on the called for wheat. I think it's 40 count wheat by Fiber on a Whim, I believe, with the called for colors.
That blue is so pretty.
I love it. I am just loving it. It's mostly, the colors are mostly over-dyed. There is one Versoix in it that's kind of, and I actually had it in my stash, and it was, I forget what it was, from another pattern or whatever. It's kind of a lighter blue. But here's the colors. It's not a big palette because there's a lot of, I think, is this tarragon and a lot of chickpea and straw. So
pretty.
But it's enough that when you put a blue in, it really pops.
It does too.
So
I meant to show you the folder that Plum Spirit came in, and it was by Chris as the U flies. So it was such a pretty folder.
And then there's the Versoix. You can see it's kind of it looks actually gray. It's probably like a dove gray or something. It actually looks kind of like a green, has like kind of a light green.
All right. My next one was Threadworks Primitives Beggar's Christmas. And to be honest, you guys, I did not mean to start with Christmas, but like I said, it was the first box that I got. This is done on 32 count Barb's Blend. And this is all I've got done on it. That crow is no joke. As all crows go.
This is one of my other stitch alongs, and I haven't done anything on this yet this month. The Mary Alcorn sampler, and I don't really have assignments on this. I started this back in November with my friend Sherry from Colorado.
Sorry.
And let me tell you what I'm doing this on. I'm doing this on 40 count Seraphim Winter White, and we pulled the called for silks, and they're kind of a mixture, but I just think this is so pretty. I can't wait to get a little more done and see a little more of its color personality emerging. Here's the silks. Very pretty and pastel-y, but
I love stitching with silks.
But that red will really pop. So it's just a very soothing color palette to me.
Well, part of the military move, you never know what's going to get in your basket, so here's some Halloween. This is Tricks or Treats by With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda. And where'd she go? Oh, here she is. I got a lot done. I think this one was on 28, but I'm not sure what the fabric is. But she's going to be a really cute pillow.
That's so cute.
Isn't it though? And it was DMC.
This was a start. I think I started this in January. Salute to Abigail. I'm doing this as my challenge piece for Sampler Guild of the Rockies. They had a number of challenge pieces you could choose from, and they were all patriotic for our something sequennial. Whatever it is, our anniversary.
250.
Yes. And so this is on 40 count Broom Lapine from Dames of the Needle. I am really loving this. I gave myself assignments to try to finish it on time. So for January, I just want to do this much. And so I don't have too much more to do on this. There's a little flower thing. And in the original, she has Alma put her name there. And what one of our viewers said is that some people are putting like July 1776 to July 2026. So I think that's a great
good idea.
So I think I'm going to copy that instead of putting in my initials. But one of the things that I learned at Sampler Symposium was, who was saying? One of the presenters, and Nicola is really big about encouraging stitchers to personalize their samplers, just, in some way. And it might have been Barbara said she puts her name in at the bottom in like white thread so that no one is looking at it and thinking it's like a 200-year-old sampler. They can see at the bottom her name and when it was stitched.
That's
the year it was stitched.
So you still have your name on there, but not
not prominent kind of thing.
yeah.
But if anyone's paying attention, they can easily see that info.
My next one is, I wish I had been more diligent, but not knowing that we were doing Flosstube, but I wish I had put years and dates and when I started, I didn't, it was just for enjoyment and I didn't think about it. But I have had this one in my, okay, it's a 36 count, picture this plus iconic, but Amish country. And this is all I got done on it so far, but I love this color fabric.
That is really cool.
Isn't that cool? And it's all DMC. And these, are these yours? Some of them are yours.
No, those are K's, I think.
K's. And these are the colors, so it just looks so, I don't know, it just looks so pretty on there. Look down. Okay, so even though it's not Christmas, this is one that I want to really work on this year. At least get some effort into it. That looks pretty.
This just makes me happy.
That bag is beautiful.
The bag is pretty, and I don't know if this is. I think this is a.
I love the little
vintage owl lady bag, I believe. But this tinkling makes me happy. This is a little fob that I picked up at Hobby House, and I don't think they have a lot of them, but it's a thimble in a little cage. Isn't that adorable? So when my kid took this along on me, and when I pull it out, and it just made me happy to hear that little tinkling sound. So this was part of my WIPGO for this month. It's not a WIP, but one of WIPGO can be whatever you want. It can be pieces you want to finish. And last year I was disappointed I didn't get Christmas ornaments made for the grandkids. So as part of my WIPGO, 3 of my squares are for Christmas ornaments for the kids. And so I have this Satsuma Street kit. And what I need to do when I get this, you get the threads, they're all kind of jumbled together. And if I was a little more patient, I would have, I guess, taken them out, divided them up, put them on a floss card or something.
Still.
I just jumped right in, and I'm kind of mad at myself because I used the wrong shade of red for Santa. I was supposed to use this orangey red, I think. Which looks really weird here. I mean, it looks totally orange here, but
I wouldn't have picked that for Santa, though, either.
But I think I was supposed to use this, and then that was supposed to be like the shadowing. So, I don't know. I don't want to
No.
I mean, it's not a big amount. I mean, it wouldn't take long to unpick it and redo it, but I might just see if there's something, if I can find a little darker. This is DMC. If I can find a little darker red to use to make like the
815
shadows on him. Yeah, I don't.
814 or 815.
But so that was after Enzo would go to bed. I would come downstairs and stitch for an hour or two and make a little progress on this. So that was very easy. You don't need really great light to do that. So, and that looks like a very California scene to me. So I really enjoyed it.
Who didn't want a Volkswagen Bug back in the day?
With white walls and And then the other thing in this bag I just started this morning. This is part of to stitch along with the Across the Pond group, and it's Stacy Nash's Bees and Bear. Is it Bees and Berries or Bees and Birds? Needle roll, biscornu, and there's a little scissor fob there. And
See, I did.
so I ordered the pattern and the linen from Marie. So this is Swan Bay fabric linen. So I just started it this morning, just put a few stitches in it. This is the Swan Bay fabric in medium sanditon. I think, is that a Jane Austen book? Anyway, it's not very, the first part is not very big, so I don't think it'll be too hard to get this done, but I am really enjoying stitching on that. And then the threads, I think, are all weeks. And here's how they look. It was very pleasing to me. I think I would almost call this like a cafe latte kind of color for the linen. Mm-hmm. And then the colors are just very talk
pretty.
About comfort stitching. Yeah. I think they're very comfort stitching. And then the little scissor fob is from, I think it's Northumberland House. They take little motifs from antique samplers for their scissor fobs. For their thread, for their little fob thingies. And I really enjoy.
Nice.
They go with a lot of things that I like to stitch.
Okay. Another Halloween popped in. Look at this bag. No pumpkins. This is Primitive Hair Spooky Countdown. And I think it's on the, I think I purchased, 30 count Salem, which is very...
Her linen? Oh, no, is that her linen?
Yes, it's very loosey-goosey. So, and this is what I got. So, So this is what I got so far. And I tried to do all the squares first, and I think it's just... No, it's 2 threads. Anyway, it was just hard to keep a straight. It was hard to keep a straight line. But anyway, I know Olivia B had finished hers a long time ago, and she inspired me to start mine. And anyway, that's how far I got. Let's see the picture. Oh, it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah. It's another one where it's not the best picture, but it is really looking good on the...
But anyway, it's all the called for colors and the called for fabric. So it'll be cute when it's really done and again, it's all DMC. And because Olivia's was darling. And I love this little... I think that's one I made. So.
My next piece, I shouldn't have a lot more progress than I do on this. This is Maria Wales Newsome, and this is a stitch along on the Friends of Hands Across the Sea Facebook group. They have a breakdown of the stitching plan on their, I think it's under files on the Facebook group. And I am stitching this on the called for lichen, and there was someone else was working on this at Sampler Symposium, and then I know on Queen City, if you look at Queen City Guild's page, Ellen Chester, Andrea Felson, and someone else all started it actually on what would have been Maria Wales Newsome's, I think, 200th birthday, and they're all doing it on different linen, and it's so interesting to see. Okay, this is it. So I started on the top left because that's how you have to do it to participate in this. And so my thing is, I think I'm gonna, I don't stitch with a program. I stitch just from the pattern book. And maybe I just need to, I'm not one to write in books, any kind of books. I know some people will, if you own the book, they make their annotations or whatever. I've never been a person. I was brought up not to write in books, I guess. But I might go ahead and do that on this because I've done so much. I've goofed off so much times. This is another one I was working on when I was babysitting Enzo. And I had looked at something and I thought, I was like down here. And I thought, oh, I miscounted up here. So I ripped it all up, restitched it. And then I realized I was on the wrong page. Some of these are 17, some are 19. And so I had done 17. I thought I was wrong. I put in 19. And now I'm off by 2 and I'm not backtracking. I'm going to have to just compensate for that. So I had such a hard time concentrating. And I don't know why.
Toddlers will do that.
Well, and probably retreats too. And I was just bound and determined, I can just do these flowers. Well, there's a lot of detail in the flowers. They're outlined. They have an inner color. Sometimes they have 2 inner colors and then the center's a different color. But boy, I almost thought, maybe I just was not meant to do this because I've had to backtrack so much. But I love this. I am really loving this. I am so excited about stitching on it and all these different colored flowers and can't wait to do some of the motifs, but it's taking me a long time.
What's the color of that fabric?
This is lichen. This is Tabby Cat 40.
Oh, I liken that. I think we said that before.
This is actually 46 count lichen, so maybe that's part of the problem too. Don't usually stitch on 46 count, but I don't think that's it. It's just I just keep messing up on my counting.
That's
beautiful. It is. It's really fun. I'm really excited about it. And I'm doing the DMC. I did not buy the silk or the overdyed, and I think it's really pretty. I've been very happy with the colors. As you can see, there's quite a bit. And so I could have maybe pulled from my stash and done it that way, but the way I'm going, I'm probably going to have to buy more. So, yeah. But look at those colors. I love it. I like more of the muted colors on samplers, so I love that.
Okay.
And it's in my beautiful bag from Rika of Stitch and Stash, and I swear she recognized it from across the room. So, I recognize that bag.
Pretty.
And I love it. It's a really good size for a bit sampler that has a huge amount of threads like this. So this is working out really well.
Fun. I just feel like I'm bringing out the same old stuff. I've got to get busy.
Sorry.
A Heinzit Christmas. And this is one of those fabrics or one of those projects that you do when you don't have to think a whole lot because it's so big. It is so big. But it's just all stitching. So this is all it. But it's, I'm going to go all the way across. See, it's all the way across there. But it'll be fun when it's done. But, after a while, it's just a lot of stitching. So, and then it does have little charms that hang off of it. And I have the charms. So it'll be fun when it's done.
Okay, so now for continuing on my WIP parade, I'm into my WIPGO things. So I did show you the ornament that's part of my WIPGO. That's my WIPGO board. And I repeated things. I decided instead of having a goal of just touching a bunch of different things that I maybe would only touch once in a year, I want to kind of concentrate on some things that I would like to see finished or closer to being finished. I'm glad to see a couple of these on here. I was kind of like I said, when I was ironing these, I was like, oh, look, I'm pretty close to finishing it. This is one, boy, I think I've had this as one of my goals to finish for a couple of years, and I did some good progress on it, and then it got set aside. It's getting beat up. So it's Oh Joyous Day by Blackbird Designs. And I am personalizing it with my grandchildren's names or initials. So you can see, there's a lot of little alphabets. There's a lot of doodads. I know someone I'd seen finish it didn't do them, and you wouldn't necessarily notice it. This one I did not get ironed, obviously. I'm so close on this. I love this. Whenever I see it framed and on someone's wall, I just love it so much. So I just need to finish this row. I've got figured out I did over one for the initials, and then do the top row and I'll be done. So let's see, what am I doing this on? It might be Heartland. I'm guessing it's something Picture This Plus Heartland or one of those. With the called for threads. So, yes. That's one. I mean, it's okay. Actually, this is not on my WIPGO. This is just something I want to finish, I guess. But so my goal is when I finish my assignments in WIPGO, I want to pull that out and work on it. If that ever comes to pass, then I have to be more intentional about it.
I left my WIPGO sheet at home. But really my WIPGO is all Christmas. I'm stitching all Christmas. I'm touching all my Christmas WIPGOs, with a little bit of other things in between, but mainly it's going to be Christmas because I just love Christmas.
Okay.
So you go ahead.
All right. Is this part of WIPGO or is this something I'm just... Okay, this is part of WIPGO. I did two things. I pulled out my WIPGO, and then I also pulled out things that had more of like a summer, spring theme to it as part of my WIP parade for this time. This is Blessed Bee. This is what we had received at the Dying to Stitch retreat in October. And this is a very underwhelming start. I did not pull this one out and say, look at that. It wasn't like, ooh, look at that. I thought I had done more on it than I did, but I just have a tiny little start. Because again, we were at a retreat and it's hard to concentrate on a Quaker pattern when you are visiting and doing all the fun things. And this again, my bottom left start, but this is just, the colors are so pretty. This is on, I guess I didn't write down what the linen is. I need to go back and do that. But here's all of the floss that we received and some other fun stuff. It's in the bag, kind of. And I just, isn't that pretty?
Oh, pretty. I'm so anxious to go on a retreat. I can't wait. So I started Winter Rose Manor. And I love this, and I've been wanting to do this for years. And I started, I think all I did was some of the, that's it. So just a little bit of the border. I don't know what the fabric is. I am so mad I didn't write it down. I've had it kitted for a while. Nope, I didn't write it down. And anyway, these are all the colors.
Very pretty though. That's very green, kind of blue,
it's very
yellow.
model. It's kind of yellow,
but very soft modeling.
Very, yes. And I picked it out at I don't know what that is. It's just kind of a dye mark. I picked it out at Quilter Station, and anyway, and then it picked up all the colors. So I think it'll be really pretty on that. So that's another big project that I want to work on.
Okay, so this linen is apparently 36 count vanilla bean by R&R Reproductions, and this is in the bag that was gifted to all of us. I'm sorry, I don't remember who created them, but it was fabric from her stash, and everyone was different.
Lucy.
So has a very nice little flap here.
No, that was
Really nice size. And this is a bag I received at the Hobby House retreat in August. And it's actually, I think it's a, it's not, it probably says it in here. Is it Susan something? Susan or Vera Bradley.
Oh,
Vera Bradley bag. I think it's like a, not a laptop, it's a tablet bag. but it works really, really well for storing your fabric.
Yes,
and
it
then I
does.
have this little fob on here that doubles as a thread cutter. That's a lot of fun. And this is Margaret Coy that we received from Hands Across the Sea at that retreat. And it's on pyrite, cedar river pyrite. And this is one I was like, look at that.
That's so cool.
Isn't it pretty?
Yes.
And I love that multicolored alphabet and the
Yes,
strawberries. That one was a lot of fun to work on.
Yes, yes, yes.
And it's all the 103s. Those are the colors. Sorry for the crinkling.
Love, love, love.
So that is on my WIPGO, I think, a couple of times. Yeah, twice. So I would like to see me make a little more progress on this because it's such a fun piece to work.
It's a new one that I started, and I mean, I just started it. And it's by Quaint Rose Needle Arts Company. Isn't that a fun? It's just something I've never seen before. And I just started it right before we moved. I didn't get a whole lot done. The fabric is a 36 Dolomite fiber on a whim. But look at that color, which is real close. I was trying to find something real close. Oh no, I think that is the color. No, it's not the color. But it's pretty close. And this is actually the top of the reindeers, the very top of the little reindeer on the top there. So not a big start, but
Oh, that's fun with all of the little
it's just
candy
it's a little
inside
peppermint.
the barn.
It was just, I had never seen that pattern before.
I haven't either.
I had never seen it before. And I went out to
That's
Sunflower
so
Stitchery
clever.
that opened up out in Olathe, Kansas. And so
cute.
they had that pattern. So anyway, and the colors are weeks, mostly weeks. All tangled up, of course. But just a few colors also. So, and I think it'll be really cute. So that's a brand new start.
Okay. I had watched Sean's latest video where she showed all of her wonderful things that she had finished in 2025, and then also all of the WIPs that she had in 2025. And I thought it was interesting that she had listed her stats for what she's carried over from prior years. So I looked at that as well. And so my oldest WIPs are from 2021, and I think I'm going to show you one here. And I had 3 from 2021 that I've carried over, 8 from 2022, 9 from 2023, 8 from 2024, and what I had realized in 2024 is I had more than 8 starts, but a lot of those were smalls, and when I start smalls, I tend to just keep going at them until I finish them. And then some of them I also just, as I go through and, you evaluate and you just see all the things you want to stitch. If there's something that just is not, I'm not super, super excited about, I'm kind of destashing it because there's just so much I really, really want to stitch. So if it's something I have any lukewarm feelings about or feel like I've already stitched something like that, it's still a wonderful piece, but it's just not maybe high on my list. So 2025, I had 27 starts, and I did have 23 finishes, but in my finishes, I'm also including some of the wool projects that I did and lots of gifts and things. But I had 18 cross-stitch carryovers from those 27 starts. And in 2026 so far, I think I have 3 starts. But one of my oldest WIPs is Gather In from Plum Street. Every year I think I'm going to finish this, and so I really want to finish it this year because I've made a lot of progress on the house. It's mostly fill-in, and then there's the little stars. I think the little stars up here. And then I need to, this is, I think, the end, so I need to get that little wagon done. And yeah, I just really think if I could plug away at this, I could get this done. And I'm not going to do like I did last year where I had like Fall Fridays and that sort of thing, but this is on my WIPGO twice, I think. And I'm just hoping to get it to the point that as we get closer to fall, I want to just pick it up and finish it.
Have it. I just grabbed the wrong. I just showed you this box. I think it was our Christmas, and I just showed you this box, and I don't want to show it to you again.
Okay.
So I'll wait until the next time, and then I'll
I'll just go through my WIPGOs, and then I'll do the recap of the Sampler Symposium. So this another WIPGO is Winter Moon by Plum Street. Another fabulous house. This is on, it's Fox and Rabbit Saltbush. I think I got this as a kit from Country Sampler. So that's the progress I've made so far on that. Yes, that one's a lot of fun. And this is I'm using, like I said, I'm pretty sure I got this as a kit from Country Sampler. And I'm using DMC and overdyes for this one, the called for. And this is in my wonderful,
I love that bag,
Tiger Lily project bag from the 2024 Advent Club.
Lovely.
This was my blessing sampler last year. Did you do a blessing sampler?
Not this year.
I didn't either because it's just not something that's been kind of part of my
I don't know. I did a
hobby
blessing sampler for the first time last year, and last year sucked. I didn't mean to say that, but anyway,
It's supposed to bless your needle.
I know, but I don't know. I didn't do one this year.
So these were sister samplers that we got at Sampler Symposium, I think 2 years ago. These are Lavinia and something Pier. Let's see. I forget who the other, and Sophia. And these are kind of funny because Lavinia's is kind of structured and has kind of harmonious, and then Sophia just picked out a whole bunch of different motifs and plugged them in. And apparently Sophia had kind of a bit of a wild life, while Lavinia had kind of more conventional and boring, and sometimes boring is good. So that's how much I got done last year, and then I did not pick it up and finish it, but I pulled this out. This is when I was like, oh, look at that. I love all the different colors.
Keep going.
I know. It's so pretty. I really want to get this one done. I really love this. And here's the colors. We got this. Well, like I said, we got this at Sampler Symposium. And then these are
nice.
The color. I love
it.
Yeah, it's just kind of interesting. It's on 40 count. Oh,
and I love it.
40 count sack lunch by Shakespeare's Peddler. And these are just slightly different colors, and I would have to, if you're interested, you can look it up. But I worked with Pam from Country Sampler when I was up there for a retreat, and she helped me pick the colors out for this. And I think she tweaked a couple, and I've been so happy with this. So
yeah, it's gorgeous.
Love that one.
Okay, I can do that. I can do this.
Oh, I have a couple more. Let's see. Oh, this is December. This is my Prairie Schooler that I started a while ago. I started this, I think, in 2024, I believe. I'm doing this one, and I am doing it on, it's Weeks dye work, 40 count, and it's just the color is linen. And this
look at the colors pop on that.
Yeah, and it's DMC, and I did change some of the browns to a blue. They had brown snowflakes, and I changed them to kind of this blue.
I did bring.
And that's another one. It's not a huge one at all, and it's such a classic. I would love to see that one finished up. Okay.
Here.
these are the rest of my plans for WIPGO. This is another one of my oldest samplers that I was kind of surprised when I saw how much I had done on this. This is always on my goal to finish. This is on 40 count
look at the
weeks.
colors on that.
This is Jane Cowie by the Scarlet House. Isn't that gorgeous? That is just so gorgeous. I'll show you the pattern. Oh, maybe. Oh, this is one that's in the plastic bag and it did stick, so that's not good. I do like that bag. I think I got that from Quilter Station.
Fingernail polish remover will take that off.
Yeah, there's something called gunk or something. So, yeah. But I need to put it back in the plastic. Put this back in the plastic so it's not sticking to the bag. But that's the pattern. And I mean, this is kind of the really heavy part. I know this is over 1, so I know that's going to take some time. But that border is just so striking. And I am doing this on 40 count cocoa, which is, I believe, the called for linen. And this was, I think, have NPIs for this. I think this is the second. Well, there's my bag. That's my bag.
Oh, it's okay. Put the pattern into
Just
it.
a mess here. Sometimes these come with, they're stuck on on the card, and the glue stuff is on the back. But anyway, those are the NPI silks.
Pretty, pretty.
And there's some bright ones in there, but it's not super bright, so that's very appealing.
It seems
to me.
bright, but it mellows out when you put it on the fabric.
All right. Okay. Oh, this is on my WIPGO for this month, so I need to get going on this. Sampler roll, and this is by Samplers Remembered. This was part of the schoolgirl club with country samplers. I think this might be also, this is 2021. And I know several people have it finished. This reminds me of the Cotswolds, of some little row of cottages in the Cotswolds. And I think my friend Linda finished this. Did not get this one ironed. I don't know why it's taken me so long to work on those little cottages, but I need to finish the row of cottages, and then there's alphabets below and a little border on top.
Oh, that's so pretty.
This is not huge, but it's one of my oldest ones. I made enough progress on that I really feel like I need to get that done this year. And this is the Weeks Dyeworks threads that go with it.
Oh, look at those little bitty houses.
I know, aren't those
my
cute?
gosh.
Very cute. And I bet that's 36. I'm kind of guessing this is 36 count because it seems like the club kits usually came on 36 count unless you asked them to
for
do
something.
40. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. I was doing this as a stitch along with Catherine Adrian, stitching in costume, and I failed miserably and she finished it. So the Smith Sampler by Scarlet House. This is another one. I really want this on my wall. So I have it on here twice, I think, as well. Yeah, I have this on here twice.
Oh, you
make
can
a
almost
little
do
more
these in
progress on
panels.
it. Yeah, there's a lot of stitching. I mean,
Yes.
there's a lot of color changes
A
in
lot.
this. This is how far I am. So yeah, I didn't remember I was working on the house, but I was like, look at that. That's pretty cool. I have the windows done. I'm just up to the roof on this.
Oh, you
And
got the bottom row done.
Yes.
And part of the mix.
I'm doing this on 40 count vintage meadow rue by Lakeside Linens. So I think I bought this as a kit from the attic. And here's So this is Gloriana, Dinky Dyes, Belsois. I'm sure I got this as a kit from the attic. And this was when I was cutting my threads really, really, really long.
Yeah, they're long. Don't they twist on you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the silks are pretty hardy or whatever, but yes, this is a little ridiculously long. I need to revisit this and maybe shorten them up a bit, but that's kind of crazy. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous sampler.
It is
I don't know
gorgeous.
why I do not have it
All
done.
of your samplers are gorgeous.
Why I don't have it done and on my wall, do not ask me. This is one, I was doing this with Laurel, I'm a Stitch Nerd, and Wanda, and this is Humming of the Bees. This is another one. I have a wall downstairs that I want to be like my nature themed wall, and I want to see this on that because it has a little cute little bee skep. So, I'm doing this on 40 count Fox and Rabbit Duxbury, which I love. It has some heavy modeling on it, but I'm doing it on the part that is not as heavy, and that's my little bit of progress. I just think that's gorgeous. And again, it's like
Oh, I like that palette
one
too.
muted color palette after another, but that is just, it's funny. It's on samplers, that's what I'm
That's
drawn
what-
to. When I look at quilts, I like them to be brighter for some reason. I'm drawn to the ones that have a lot of white or, a lot of lighter colors in them. But for samplers, I guess I really like
they
the
look
tie with
good.
the
I mean,
old one.
how can you go wrong?
So one more I'm going to show here. So I actually this is another one I need to put in a plastic bag. I got this at the retreat, the Farm Girl Gatherings retreat in Amana, American Welcome by Paulette from Plum Street Samplers, and it has a mix of color and cotton, DMC, and DMC maybe, and it's so pretty.
That's a lot of water too. I've seen them.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of people work on this.
And it's on, I think it's on 36 count Old Amana that was dyed by Michelle of Farm Girl.
I love this border up on the top though. That is so
And I
cool.
was working on this last year, and it's funny, one of the gals in our stitching group said I was making progress on it, and she was in a secret race with me to finish it, and I think she did finish it. So she didn't tell me, a little
secret.
competition would have been good. I might have made a little more progress on it, but that border up there is just so
It's
pretty.
gorgeous.
And then here's the colors. See, I mean, that color in cotton, that is such a pretty color blue.
I can't wait till we go there.
I know. We need to reschedule that.
Yes. I
So,
should be
That's
free
that one.
anytime, whenever.
Okay, so those are the things and then I have just a couple. Like I said, I want to do these. I have 2 more little ornaments for the grandkids that I want to do. I don't know which one I'm going to do for which yet. Kind of thinking that will be Clara and this will be Alice. But those are both really
those are
cute. But
cute.
next time, I think I'm going to have to divide the colors up before I start
Get started.
doing it. And
I've never done one of
myself
those
some.
before.
They're very fun.
Try
Use 2 strands, so I started out using one and then realized I needed to use 2. So that took me a little extra time too. So that was my WIPGO pieces. So then I just want to talk a little bit about Sampler Symposium that just took place last weekend at the attic in Phoenix, and I flew in on Thursday, and they said you can go right to the shop from the airport and they would store your luggage. So that's what I did. I got into the shop Thursday afternoon, and it was really quiet. I was kind of surprised, but I guess some people had been there Wednesday, a lot of people had been there Thursday morning. So I was there right after lunch, and it had really quieted down. They still were they do a thing where you pull a number, and when they call your number, you can come check out. they were still doing that when I first walked in, but by the time I browsed and looked at everything, they had finished, and I just went up to the register and checked out. So that was fun. And then the event started Friday. It starts Friday evening. We have dinner, and then we had our first presentation, and that was by Vicki and Megan Jeanette from Needlework Press. And
see what you got.
I'll have to insert a picture here. They had this fabulous, it looks like either a big pincushion, what I think it was, because it's kind of big for a big pincushion on a stand. What I feel like it may have been is like a hat stand. And then, the women in like the 1800s, they had like the big hats, and they would put the hat pins in to hold it in place, because that would make sense to me. Vicki said the top was very worn, and then the sides had, I think they did find pins in them or something. So that would be my guess. But she copied it onto this panel, and so you can sew it together. And then she gave us a little like a candle holder thing that you can paint and use for your base. But we got 2 panels, so we could also use some of them to make like a little pin book, and that's, or a needle book. And
Very clever.
and so I was sitting next to the very talented Sarah from the UK. She is, I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, she's training to be, she's taking a lot of classes from the Royal School of Needleworks and training to be a teacher, so she's very talented. I was hoping some of that would rub off by sitting next to her. And she had the great idea and about embroidering over some of these to give it depth. So that's a really good idea too. I think that would really be pretty. And then we also received a little project. Like I said, I will insert the picture, and it's a bird. And Jessica was almost done with sewing the bird, so it's those colors on that black fabric, and it's really pretty. That's one of the things I would really like to start, because it's not very big and it's so pretty. So that was Monday night. And then I'm not sure if I got this in the right order or not. I had my notebook, but I didn't have a pen to take notes at the beginning. So at some point we saw Nicola from Hands Across the Sea, and like I said, she was talking about, personalizing your samplers, making them yours. Kind of, I would say, one of the overarching themes of the event was we were really being encouraged to make things ours, either by doing different stitches. We had several projects that have specialty stitches on it, and people were talking about how, like if you're making a roof, you can do a specialty stitch on it to give it different texture, or you can use, Katie Strachan, of course, was talking about this different kind of texture you get depending on the kinds of threads you use. So they're just a lot of encouragement about stretching your skills and making your needlework your own. And so it's definitely food for thought. I always admire the people who personalize things by either adding motifs or changing colors of houses or whatever it is, just to make it look like something that they're more familiar with or that's more pleasing to their eye. So that was very interesting. But this is the sampler we got from Nicola. I think it was stitched, the model we saw, I think, was stitched on 56, so it's just gorgeous. God. Nicola talked a lot about these different samplers and how she would trace motifs to identify commonalities in teachers or schools or the area. It was really cool. Fascinating, because I love research and that
history.
So this was the sampler.
The threads.
I have to try to remember. I don't remember what part of England this is from. I'm not good at geography. And then, look at those threads. This is I would love to start this
This is,
too.
I gotta say,
Isn't
you want
that
to start
pretty?
that tonight?
I know.
Oh, that's
Look at
so
all the
pretty.
restraint I have shown. And then she gave us a panel for the project bag, which I need to do these when I sit down and do these. And then she gave us these to make a pin cushion. That's really fun and funky. When you do one of these, you choose 8 of the things, and you have 6 on the sides, 1 on the top, and 1 on the bottom. So it's really
That'd be fun to
fun.
do.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to do.
And so she has the pin cushion, so you can coordinate your pin cushion with your project, because who doesn't want to do that? Then we had a talk from Barbara Barbara Hudson from Queenstown Sampler Designs, and she had the model.
So much information. Wow.
It was very interesting. So you will notice this has an arcaded border, which, the next day I said to my friends, what's an arcaded border? So
I learn something new every day.
So they believe it's because of the stair-step pattern, I think, is what we think. So if you are an expert in the terminology, let me know, but I'll throw that out so I sound like I'm very knowledgeable. The arcaded border, because that is one of the things. This is a stunning border. I love this one too. I was so excited to get this kit because, I will insert pictures from the models in here as we're talking, so you can see how stunning this is when it's stitched and framed. But this would not be something I would usually pick up to do, but when you see it done,
it makes all the difference.
It was so cool. And she went through and she talked about the family history for Jemima and Brokaw, and as you might guess, Tom Brokaw is a distant, is a descendant.
The broadcaster? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
So, and then Katie. Oh,
that's
yes.
so great.
I think that same day we also heard from Jennifer Core, who's with the Tennessee Sampler Survey, and she gave us this beautiful card with one of the samplers that they found, and they have a book that came out recently, and it was published, I think, by Tennessee State Press. It's available at the attic. I could not haul one more. It's a pretty substantial book. It's like 700 pages, I think. It's thick, so I could not haul one more thing home.
To bring everything home.
Yeah, so I ordered it, and it should be coming shortly.
Oh, cool.
But she said they've been a very hot item, and when they're out of print, they're out of print. So if you love sampler history, look this up, Google this, either order it from the attic or buy it online while it's available, because I can't wait to get it. It looks like a fantastic book and a great resource if you're into sampler history.
She'll be up all night reading.
Yeah. No, that would be you.
I have been up all night unpacking.
I know. And then Katie Strachan talked, and of course she had this so elegant drum, and she stitched it twice just to show the difference using different threads. Same pattern, just different threads, and how the different appearance of using different threads. And then she gave us these beautiful
Look how interesting
threads. These are Avera Soie Gobelin, and Soie de Paris. Aren't those pretty?
Oh my gosh.
This is another thing I really, really want to do, because it's really different, and I feel like I want to challenge myself. Maybe I don't.
That would be a challenge. I mean, try row and
then she has, the linen is here, all just really pretty, wrapped so pretty. I mean, you definitely have to have clean hands to do that.
Yeah, this picture just really makes it shine. All the satin stitches and
then she had some samples of her work there that
I bet were impeccable.
stunning.
Yeah.
And she gave us a nice little notebook. And I think this was the sampler that was there, and it's an old band sampler. It's very, very small. It's you would think it was a larger one than what it was, but it was just stitched on such high count linen that it's very petite. So finally on Sunday morning, we heard from Bren and Karen from Fox and Rabbit, and Bren did an interesting talk on the history of needlework in Australia, and including, you wouldn't think this, but he just said that like their canoes were sewn together, and talked about how the thread was made by the women would chew like plant fiber to make the thread.
Oh my gosh.
He was just so funny. And they had the model for this, and they showed this, and I said, I know, is that pretty? And I said, that reminds me of the one that came out from Teresa Vanette at Country Sampler as part of their club. And they said they did this, they had never seen a basket like that, and then they saw that pattern, and it was like, like there's our basket. So that was very interesting, and what a coincidence that here, this looks so unique, and Teresa had found one with a similar motif on it, and and she likes to create things that are unique and different from what else might be out there, so she's done a similar basket. And here's the threads. It's on their 40 count hog bristle with the 100 threes, I think. And then there's also, I think there's Swap Paris. There's one of the ones that has, sorry, I'm going to crinkle here. I just want to show you these so maybe you can see the difference in these. So for the texture, again, they're using, this is Soie de Paris. Both of these are Soie de Paris, and this is what the basket is in, like a satin stitch to make the texture for that. So that's, all of these are just,
Oh my gosh. How did you not come from that and just like, I need to start everything immediately?
Trying to be disciplined. I'm really trying because I have so much that I want to get done, and yes, it's fabulous, and I mean, it's amazing. They did such an amazing job with the whole retreat, and to get all these kits, it was so much fun. It was just wonderful. So, and then we also got, some wonderful, wonderful gifts that I just want to just show you for ideas, because people ask all the time, what do you do for, table gifts or whatever, and got adorable project cards and floss cards from Diane, the woodpecker's daughter, who wasn't there, but she gave those to a friend to distribute to people. And then from Georgia O'Brien, which I have followed her on Instagram for so long, and it was so nice to meet. Some lovely fruits, this adorable bag for Linny and me.
Oh, thank you for sharing with me.
And
that was so sweet of you.
Beautiful 100 threes.
Oh, the strawberry.
And this cute little strawberry that's going to be part of my display.
Oh, yes.
For birthday. So thank you for thinking of us. This is just
absolutely
a sweet, sweet gift. From the lovely and talented Sarah. This is just so cute to just stitch up a little bag like this. And she had a little from Northumberland, I think I'm saying this right, Northumberland House, a little floss ring, and she was working on one of their patterns, which was really beautiful, and then some lavender lip balm.
Oh.
It smells very lavenderish, and she knew the person who. Then from Kathy Reed, chocolates.
Thank you for sharing.
Floss rings, and how pretty those are. Those pretty. I always love the floss tags.
Oh, I do too. I have a whole drawer of them. I can't wait to use.
From Audrey from Stitch Beads, beautiful floss rings. Oops. And then also from Gem from Stitching Gem was there. And her beautiful signature yellow or gold. So thank you. I obviously need to kit more things up because I have to use these up. These are so
look
cute.
how cute those
Aren't
are.
those cute?
Aww.
Stitching Squirrel.
That's us.
Aren't those
Squirrel.
fun? I know. So true, so true. And little stickers.
That's so cute.
And
What's a candy?
candy.
I've never seen that before.
I know. So that was fun. This was from the attic. We got mini bean floss rings with their new logo on them. So it was pretty. Queen. It's a crown because Jean was the queen.
Yes, she was.
And then from
Oh, that's cool.
a stitching neighbor, Nicole, this beautiful strawberry.
Oh, that's so pretty. That
She had a
velvet.
variety of wonderful things to choose from, and so
See that?
isn't that pretty?
Yes, it is.
And then from my table mate, Nanette made these adorable bags,
Oh, that's so pretty.
and I think it had some edible things in there that are no longer there. And then this cute little pincushion. So,
Oh, so sweet.
and then just
I
if you're
love her
looking for a
treats.
finisher, Carrie Barcroft. There was a lady who was at a table near us, and she had, it looked like a little box, and it was a little, what do you call those? Mattress pincushion that she had finished by Carrie. And then she also had a needle roll finished by her, and her work was exquisite. Her stitching is just beautiful. And the lady said she knows how to finish, but she had Carrie do the finishing, and she's going to be sending things to her from now on because she did such a wonderful job. So I just wanted to mention her to you. It was just, I will vouch for her finishing. It was just done. It was beautiful, and you could tell she put a lot of thought and effort into it. And anyway, so I just want to mention that if that's something you're in the market for. Then I have some haul.
And you should.
I was really pretty good, because I have so much I want to stitch at home, so I did not buy any patterns. I was very good about that, but I wanted to try the painter's threads, and I have not paid attention. But the painter's threads come in 2 different weights, and this is like the 103.
I never heard of this.
I wanted to get. Carolyn has shown them on the channel before, and I think they got a few, and then I think they got the whole line. This is 104 Claude Monet. This is 121 Cezanne. And originally I got a green and a red one, and it was a different weight. So I got the 103s, and I just got 2 shades of green. And this is, what I could see doing with this is, when some people do those monochromatic little pillows for Christmas, I think the Cezanne, the dark one, would be really pretty for that. And if you had like a monochromatic thing for the fall, I think the Claude, because this one it's probably hard to
mixture.
see. It has like golds. I don't know if it's picking up. Golds, kind of oranges
Kind of
in
rusty.
it. It's very fall looking colors.
Very pretty.
So I think what these are just very variegated silk threads, but they have the shine and the variegation. So I just picked those up because I wanted to try them at some point. When we had a pop-up shop from 5 Times Blessed, she had these really cute little bag pulls in her shop.
You have to pass them to me.
USC too. I got this at the shop, a sampling of memories floss ring.
I think I need this one for this. I'll give them back.
Oh. This was a little kit. This is a Chessie and Me kit, and they had the pillow made up. And it was so cute. So it has the floss, it has the linen in there. So I just went for small things because, like I said, I don't need any big things. And then I bought I bought this little silk embroidery kit.
Oh,
And that's the actual
pretty.
size. Because Cindy Scott, who has been the president of Tudor Rose and does a lot of silk embroidery, was there. I was going to try to start it and get her to give me some tips, and I didn't get around to doing it, obviously. But for Show and Share Saturday
So
night,
cute.
she did the, let me think, the peacock, unicorn, and badger on silk. And it's,
I can't believe how little
Fabulous.
this is.
I know, isn't that amazing?
Actual size.
Can you imagine doing the peacock, unicorn, and badger on that?
No.
That's pretty fabulous. This is Milady's needle, and this was just a little, someone told me you can buy, so you sew this part, like it's like a little ruler, and then you can get the plastic ruler holder online still. And that's another just little
Fun little notion.
yeah, and I just thought that would be so cute to put
on
in,
your
to tuck in
sewing.
your sewing
Yeah.
or tuck in your sewing box and take with you. So had to have that, and then I got some linen. I did not, and when I was there Thursday, they were marking a new shipment of Mason linen, so I was like almost in the shop by myself. They didn't even have it set out on the tables, but they marked it for me, and this is antique button
Mason.
light in 40 count. And so I got the 4 colorways.
Sorry.
I also they had the sewing box that was really pretty too, but I felt like this would be more something, all colors that I would more likely use. So they're just very
Oh, they're
shades
beautiful.
of beige.
I love it.
The way they package them is beautiful. So
I have to cut
that
this.
was it. The rest I think is all
I have
is
to
all
cut one of
things
these
we've been.
Masons off and send it to Mason.
Oh. So anyway, so that was, oh, this is, so back last year I had ordered a bag from Nicole Patterson, and I wanted it in the new French General fabric, so it took took some time for her to get the fabric, and then we were out of town at Christmas, so I said, why don't you hold on to it? And then she shipped it. She was out of town, and she shipped it when she got back, and it arrived here after I was in California. My husband said, you got a bag. You don't want me to bring it out, do you? I said, yes,
Yes.
I do. Yes,
Look
I
how
do.
beautiful that is. Oh,
So, yeah, this is the new French General line.
oh, God, that's gorgeous.
It's all quilted.
Oh,
Oops, sorry.
I'll get it.
And then the inside, if you're a sewer, you can, there's no raw edges. The edges are all bound.
French seams.
Yes. So,
Oh, my gosh.
it's a wonderful size. So I use this. This was my bag at the
Yeah.
retreat, and then I carried it onto the plane, and I got like a compliment from the flight attendant about how pretty it was. So
It
beautiful,
is
beautiful work.
Beautifully made.
And then Ellen Chester, I saw her at the retreat, and she was carrying a bag. She also has a Nicole bag that she won at the Queen City Guild Christmas party. So little,
What a
it's a little
treasure.
different pattern. But yes, this is definitely wonderful. And I think I saw Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher had one, and so I knew this goes with my stitching mat. It's just beautiful. I love it. So thank you, Nicole. That's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. Oh, so when I said about doing something for Christmas, like one of these, this is Calico Confectionery. Wouldn't that be pretty in the green? Mm-hmm. Yep.
You owe me a Coke.
Yep. Pardon? Oh, well, I was better than taking a drink.
No.
So, all right.
me get this.
Sorry, I got stuff all over, but
Oh, no, this
I
was...
like that.
this,
So I think that's all I have.
yeah. I'm so disorganized.
You'll get settled.
I'll be
It'll
better
be-
enough.
Another couple weeks,
Yeah, it'll
you'll be like everything will be
behind
in
me.
its place.
So,
It takes time. It always takes time, and you have to figure out new configurations and where everything goes.
and that's the truth. It's just like well, we always had the couch there. Well, you can't have the couch here. You know, it's fun though. It's fun to redecorate after you've had something for a long time in a certain way, and it's just fun. And then we also, our spaces, it's not as big, and I have to cut down. Laura, I am cutting down. You just go to Kay's basement storage, and that's how you cut down. She doesn't know that. Kay does, but Laura does. Anyway,
Okay. So we will try to be back before the end of January.
yeah, we can do that. Yeah, there's no reason why we can't.
and continue the WIP parade, and you can.
And we'll bring the right box with
Do
me.
you know
this
how many
next-
WIPs you have? Are you sharing?
It was way too many. So
Well, just like so many good things to
it
start.
I'll just say it was close to 100. So, and I don't care. I really
Well,
don't.
and everyone has their own tolerance for that. Some people
It doesn't
would
bother me.
bother. It would just some people just hearing that it bothers.
You know, and I can't even, when I put all my patterns that weren't in project bags in a tub to move, I went, I just can't imagine that I went down that rabbit hole that bad. So anyway, I'm not buying any patterns either. It'll be fabric. That's probably what I need more than anything. But anyway, it was so fun to be back with you again and sharing and just being with friends again. And I need to go on a retreat really bad. I want to go,
coming up
which is
soon.
coming up. So, but anyway, welcome and thank you for all your comments, all your good wishes. We're doing good. We're embracing change, and we can do hard things, and we're going to get this done.
So yeah, I think I think I have one more thing to mail out from.
Oh,
we have winners.
yeah, yes,
I do have
and
winners. Sorry, it's
and I have to
here.
apologize to the people that won the last time. I do have your stuff separated from all the moving stuff, but I haven't mailed them out yet, and I apologize. But I'll get them out this week, I promise.
Okay, so our winners from our last video. You want to?
Oh, was these?
You had gnome, right?
You had gnome.
Did I have gnome? Oh, yeah, I have the gnome bag. Gnome is Sandy Marks 1366. If you are a winner, please email me at sablestitcher22@gmail.com. Excuse me. Every now and then people will say, I emailed you, and I go back through my email. I don't think I erased it. Sometimes, I don't know if I've erased them. I try, check my spam folder and everything, but just make sure it's Sable Stitcher Singular 22@gmail.com, and we try to get things out as quick as possible. So if you haven't heard from us, it's not that we're ignoring you.
And
try it again.
And if you haven't heard from us, just please let us know so we may make sure that you get what you want.
And I usually respond within a day or two, and even if we can't mail, if I'm out of town and can't mail it out right away, I'll let you know. So if you are waiting, if you've submitted and haven't heard from us, try it again. So gnome is at Sandy. If you had, and it's no, I don't.
I didn't bring.
Oh, here it is.
I forgot the bag.
It's for the bag, gnome, and this goes to Sandy Marks 1366.
And land, that was in Santa's Land. Brenda Gervais. The winner on that is Monica Mathis, 79. So Monica, you won the in Santa Land.
Okay.
And then
Mary, and this is going to Melanie, House Museum Stitcher. So Melanie, let me know, and let me know your address, please, and I will get these out to you.
And then Angel was mine, right?
I think
so. I think so. I brought the wrong bag, so I don't have it with me. But anyway, the winner of Angel is Diane of I love this. Diane of Alabama.
I think it's Diane of Alabama, because that's
well, darn it! I wanted it the other way.
Diane
Diane of Alabama. Poor Lenny.
No, I mean, that's what it looks
Okay,
like.
I'm sorry. Let's say this again. Diane.
You can see what we're talking about here. Doesn't that look like Alabama?
Okay, Diane of Alabama,
It makes sense.
8172.
Sorry, we're not making fun of your name.
No,
We're
we're
making
not,
fun of
but
us.
making fun of me.
No, because I thought the same thing.
All right, you won the angel pattern, so I will get land and angel out as soon as I can, and my other, and I'm sorry, I don't even remember, but I have them separated, so everybody will get what they asked for.
And we'll probably be more settled, and I have some more things for giveaway that people have given us, and so we'll do a giveaway probably next time. Oh, you want to do it now?
Well, this was Valentine's, so
If you found it.
I found something. So, and I actually had two of them. I had joined a club with Fat Quarter Shop, and it was Valentine's, and I just thought I'd share with you. I don't need two of them. So let's just say February. I think that's easier than stackable.
Yeah.
So let's say February, which is my birthday month. Anyway, 1 month from today. Anyway. So if you'd like to win February stackables from the Fat Quarter Shop, just say February.
In your comment, and that's how we will search for it next time. So,
Anyway.
okay.
All right.
So I think that's it. We always appreciate you hanging out with us. Whether or not you comment, we just appreciate your viewership and your friendship, and love meeting you in the wild and getting to know you. And so, yeah, and we're thinking about, all of you who said you had some tough times in 2025. Where hopes are that 2026 will be better for you.
I did read something. It's like before it was actually on New Year's Eve, but it was before 2026 rolls around. I'd like to see the terms and conditions.
Yes.
So anyway, don't have a story for you tonight. Just organized. I'll get it together the next time. So we love you so much, and we're so happy that you joined us, and we're so happy to be back.
Stay well, and just hope you have lots of happy stitching time.
Get
in the
lots of
next couple
stitching
times.
done, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.